Hi, this is Gary with MACMOST.com. On this episode, let's take a look at the new markup tools in iPadOS. MACMOST is brought to you thanks to some great supporters. Go to MACMOST.com/Patreon. There you could read more about it, join us, and get exclusive content. So Apple has once again improved the markup tools for the iPad. In iPadOS they work better than ever. Let's take a look. So ways to get to the markup tools are all over iPadOS. So for instance here in Safari you could just go to the share button and you'll see markup right here. Sometimes you'll see this markup tool. Look for that little pen in a circle tool. Sometimes you'll see it right at the top and in other places. When you go into it you're basically creating a PDF, or if you're already looking at an image like you're in Photos or in Mail and you want to mark up an image you'll still be marking up that image. So you're either marking up a PDF or an image. So this is a PDF version of that web page since I was in Safari and I wanted to use the markup tools. So now I can see the little markup tool there. I tap on that button and I get the tools here at the bottom. So you can see it looks very different in iPadOS than on previous versions of iOS for iPad. You have a little handle here at the top and you could drag that to move it to the top or even to the sides. So you can move it around to where you want. The tools start with a pen tool here. So I can tap on that and then I can simply draw with a pen. Now I can also use a highlighter here and draw with the highlighter. And I have kind of a marker there. It's a little dimmer. So I can choose between these three. And all of these three here I can choose colors as well. So I can choose one of these main colors. But I could also tap here to choose from a wider color palette. And then I could start drawing using that color. Now these tools have options. All you need to do is tap them again once they're selected. So I have the pen tool selected. I'll tap it another time and you see I've got several different brush styles and I can select a level of transparency. Same for highlighting here. I could tap that a second time and I have a level of transparency in the thickness of the highlighter. And for the marker here I can also do the same. Now for erasing I've got this eraser tool here. And if I tap on that a second time you can see I can do pixel eraser or object eraser. Object eraser will allow me to basically just slash out an object. So I just kind of slash through something to get rid of it. But if I were to go to pixel eraser then I would actually be drawing through. So you can see how I erased that part there. This actually created multiple pieces. So now if I were to go and tap again here, go to object eraser, each piece is its own individual thing. You also have a selection tool. So let's draw some more here. And I can use this selection tool here and basically circle something and it will select all of that. So even though there's two objects in there it selected them all. And then I can tap on it and I can cut, copy, delete, or duplicate. I can also use three fingers and pinch inward with three fingers like that to copy. Once copy, twice is cut. The ruler tool helps you draw straight lines. So now you've got this ruler here and I can position it where I want and I can use two fingers on the ruler and rotate it and it locks to 0 degrees and 90 degrees and even to 45 degrees. And then when I use another tool like a pen tool here and I do it close to this edge it'll actually lock to that edge. So I get a nice edge there. And notice I can tap and drag the ruler around even if I haven't selected the ruler tool. This is basically just like an on-off switch. You have the ability to add other things as well. So you have this plus button here. You tap that. You can add text and now you can move the text around and notice there's a button here. You tap that and now you can choose a font for the text. You can increase the size, the justification for it. I can also tap it here and I can edit it. It goes into text editing mode. I can also, when I tap it, I could delete it or duplicate it. Other things you've got are the ability to add signatures as before. So signatures you can create one because I haven't created one here. And then once I created one then I can add it. So now I can hit the plus button there, hit signature, and you can see I could add or remove but I could also use this X here and add it in. You could add a magnifier which is this little circle here that you could put over an area. You've got the green button where you can increase the magnification and the blue dot there that you can increase the size. You can also add various shapes. So you've got like a rectangle there and you have options for the rectangle. So I can increase the thickness or make it a solid shape. I can drag it around. I can tap and drag the corners to move that around as well. And of course change the color for the entire thing. You've also got circle. You've got a little bubble there. Choose the options for that just like with a rectangle. And you've got these green buttons here that I could drag to increase the size of the pull away part there and the width of it as well. You can also add arrows and you have a lot of options for arrows because you can move the front and back of the arrow. You can tap here and you can see you have different styles of arrows. You can just do a plain line. You can do a double-ended arrow like that. You could also grab the green dot there to curve the arrow. This more button here with the 3 dots, the only option for that is to auto minimize. You turn that on and what happens is the tools just go into this single little circle there. You tap on it to expand. You select a new tool. And then as soon as you start using that tool you can see it auto hides again. So you may want to do that if you just want the extra space. Now you can use markup all over the place. For instance here in Photos I can go to Edit and then under Edit I can hit the 3 dots there. Choose Markup and now I can mark up a photo, add text, captions, arrows, all that stuff. Likewise notice here in Mail, I'm composing a mail message. I've attached an image. I can tap on that image and I have the ability to hit the markup tools there and now I can mark up the image and the marked up version of the image will now be attached in the email. If you take a screen grab and then you go to look at it, you're able to use the markup tools in there right away. They just come up right away in the screen grab. So I pressed the home button and the sleep wake button at the same time. It went into screen grab mode and now I can mark it up before I save it. So you may see these markup tools in more places than just Apple's apps. That's because Apple makes them available to developers. So look in your favorite third-party tools to see if you can find either the option to markup or that little pen with a circle icon in it, and then you can use those tools there as well. I publish new tutorials every weekday. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out. Then hit the little bell icon to get notifications for each new tutorial.